Hello and welcome back to our Nullitaire playthrough of Love Letter. And once again, Nullitaire here means we're playing with 0 players. In other words, we're playing bots against one another. If you haven't seen the first video in this series, I recommend watching that first because I explain the bots in that video. If you haven't seen that video, this one probably won't make a whole lot of sense. So I will link the full playlist in the description of this video, so you can watch it from the beginning if you like. So right now we're coming to the end of the tournament. So we're playing 2-player games head to head with the bots, tournament style. And here's where we are in the tournament so far. Ravenbot was knocked out, lost 2 games in a row right at the top. We're playing a double elimination tournament here. So now Hawkbot is going to take on TurkeyBot. The loser of that round is knocked out because they will have lost 2 games at that point. The winner of that game will go on to play head-to-head against DoveBot, who hasn't lost a game yet. And if DoveBot wins that one, DoveBot is declared the victor of the entire tournament. But if DoveBot loses that one, then those 2 will play again to determine the winner, because DoveBot will have only lost 1 game in that case. You have to lose 2 games to be knocked out of this tournament. All right, so the first matchup will be TurkeyBot versus Hawkbot. Let's see what happens. Okay, the game's all set up. Hawkbot was randomly chosen to go first. And we have DoveBot waiting in the wings over there. Waiting to see who wins this match, and we'll go up against DoveBot for the final. Okay, Hawkbot's up first. Hawkbot starts with a handmade guard, and so of course, like a hawk, we'll go for the guard. Okay. And that means we'll choose the highest number 2 to 5, that is 2 unseen cards. All right, no 5 can be seen by the hawk right now, so that'll be the guess. Is TurkeyBot holding a 5? No. TurkeyBot starts out with the Countess Priest. And so, of course, we'll, like a turkey, play one randomly. The random roll is a 6. So TurkeyBot will play the higher of the 2 cards, which will be the Countess. That does nothing. Hawkbot now has the 5-4. And so we'll play the 4. Doesn't know where the 8 is, so we'll play the 4. Make a little defense here. And so cannot be targeted for the rest of the round. The turkey has a 5-2, and of course we'll play one of those randomly. So we'll roll on that. The roll is a 3. So TurkeyBot will play the lower card, the Priest. But that won't do anything because of the handmade. Hawkbot picks up another guard. So we'll play that guard. Yep, we'll play the guard. And that means guessing the highest card 2 to 5, that has 2 unseen cards. Well, right now, a 5 can be seen because Hawkbot's holding one. A 4 can be seen, but no 3 can be seen right now by Hawkbot. So that'll be the guess. Is TurkeyBot holding a Baron? No. Well, TurkeyBot's holding a Baron now. Okay, so 5-3, it will be a random choice. Big surprise. So we'll have to roll on that. The roll is a 5. So TurkeyBot will play the higher card, that is the Prince. And TurkeyBot never chooses itself with the Prince, so it'll force Hawkbot to discard its hand and draw a new card. Hawkbot now has a 3-1. And so we'll play the 1. Now I think it can see at least one of every card from 2 to 5. Yeah, Prince can be seen. There's a handmade there. You can see a 3 because it's holding one, and I can see a priest over there. Okay, so on to the next priority. Just the highest unseen card, and that's the 8. Cannot see the princess right now. So, TurkeyBot, are you holding the princess? No. Well, now we see the princess is in TurkeyBot's hand. Okay, this is obviously an unbeatable hand. So TurkeyBot plays the 3, initiates a showdown, and cannot be beat here. Okay, so TurkeyBot wins the first token of affection. TurkeyBot starts the next hand with the Prince Baron, 5-3, and we'll play one of those cards randomly. The roll is a 6, so the higher card will be the play, and TurkeyBot never chooses itself with the 5. So Hawkbot is forced to discard its hand and draw a new card. Hawkbot now with a 5-1, and so we'll play its favorite card, of course, the guard. Okay. And so we'll choose the highest number 2 to 5, that is 2 unseen cards. Well, we can see 5s, but no 4 can be seen, so that'll be the guess. And that is incorrect. TurkeyBot now has a 3-2. And so we'll play the 2. He doesn't know where a 1 is, so play the 2 and take a peek at its neighbor's card, which is Prince. Hawkbot has the 5-1 again, but this time the Prince is compromised, so that changes things. The Hawk would like to play that compromised card. Okay, so the Prince is the play here. And Hawkbot will only choose itself if a player knows its hand, and that's not the case anymore. So TurkeyBot will have to discard its card and draw a new one. Well, this is an obvious one. Don't even have to look. Okay, so the handmade TurkeyBot cannot be targeted for the rest of the round. Another easy one. Okay, play the guard. But this guard doesn't do anything because of that handmade. Okay, TurkeyBot has a 4-2 now, and so we'll play one randomly. The roll is a 1, so the lower card will be the play. That's the priest. And so TurkeyBot will take a look at Hawkbot's hand. It's a guard. Hawkbot has the princess now, and that's the last card of the deck. So it looks like Hawkbot is going to win this. All right, it'll play the guard, though, and make a guess anyway. Highest number 2 to 5, that is 2 unseen cards. Well, there's a 5, 4, 3, and 2 right there. Okay. So then I'll just go with the highest unseen card. I can see the princess, but cannot see the countess anywhere. So that'll be its guess. Countess. No, but it doesn't matter because now it's showdown time, and Hawkbot wins. The Hawk starts the next round with a 3-1. So, of course, we'll play the 1. Its favorite card. And so we'll guess the highest number 2 to 5. That has 2 unseen cards. Well, both a 5 and a 4 are in the flop, and a 3 is in the Hawk's hand. So 2 will be the guess here. TurkeyBot, are you holding a priest? No. Okay, TurkeyBot now has a 4-2. So that means play one randomly. Big surprise. The roll is a 4. So TurkeyBot will play the higher card, which is the handmade. Can't be targeted for the rest of the round. Well, here's a curiosity. The 3-3. You know, you have kind of a 50-50 shot with a 3. That's the median card, as I've mentioned before. So half the deck is lower than 3 and half the deck's higher. So, you know, playing a 3 and initiating a showdown while holding a 3, you know, you got probably about a 50% chance of winning or so. But in any case, the handmaid's in play, so it doesn't really do anything. TurkeyBot now with a 5-2, and so we'll play one randomly. The roll is a 3. So the lower card will be the play. which means TurkeyBot gets to take a peek and sees a baron. Okay, kind of a tough spot for Hawkbot. It's the 3-1. The 3 is compromised, but playing a 3 here would be pretty bad. So Hawkbot plays the 1 no matter what. And it'll just hope that the compromised baron won't be a problem. Okay, so playing the 1, choose the highest number 2 to 5. That is 2 unseen cards. Okay, a 5, a 4, 3, and a 2. They can all be seen at least once. So then go with the highest unseen card, which in this case is the princess. So, TurkeyBot, you holding the princess? No. Okay. Okay, here's an interesting case. TurkeyBot has the prince guard now and knows what Hawkbot's hand is, knows that Hawkbot's holding a 3. So the obvious play is the 1, right? Play the 1, guess 3, knock Hawkbot out. And I designed these bots in such a way that I wanted them to play all the obvious hands correctly. Even TurkeyBot. I wanted to play all the obvious hands correctly. So really, TurkeyBot, the programming for TurkeyBot really should have it play a 1 here. But we see that the programming as written doesn't say that. And I think that's an oversight on my part. I really should have written in, anytime TurkeyBot's holding a 1 and knows someone's card, should choose to play the 1. But I didn't write that in. Well, at this point, we've played with these bots for so long, I think we shouldn't mess with the programming. So we're just going to play it as written and see what happens. So TurkeyBot will just play a random card here. The roll's a 4, so TurkeyBot will do the somewhat silly thing, even though it knows its opponent's card, will refrain from playing the card and play the prince instead and make its opponent discard its card. Okay, not an ideal play, but there you go. Hawkbot with a 2-1 now, so we'll play the 1. Of course, its favorite card. And take a guess. You can already see at least one of 2 to 5. So it goes with the highest unseen card, which again is the princess. So we'll guess that TurkeyBot is holding the princess now, which is not true. Well, it is now. Okay, so TurkeyBot will play a guard, and we'll take a random number 2 to 5 that has 2 unseen cards. Well, all of those can be seen. Okay. Yep. So now we'll take a random number that has 1 unseen card. Okay, so now we have to work this out. Well, the princess can be seen by TurkeyBot. The 7 cannot, so the countess can't be seen. The 6 is up there on the flop. Both 5s have been played. Both 4s can be seen. Both 3s can be seen. There is a priest that cannot be seen. All right, so there's only 2 choices here, either the countess or the priest, and TurkeyBot will choose randomly. The roll is a 3, so TurkeyBot will choose the lower of those 2 numbers, which is a priest. So Hawkbot, are you holding a priest? Yes, indeed. So Hawkbot's out. TurkeyBot wins this round. TurkeyBot starts the next round with the princess and guard. So we'll play the guard, of course. And we'll choose a random number 2 to 5 that has 2 unseen cards. Okay, well, a 5 and a 3 can both be seen in the flop. So TurkeyBot will choose between 4 and 2. The roll is a 4, so TurkeyBot will guess the higher number, which will be the 4. So it'll say, are you holding a handmaid? No. Hawkbot with the 3-1, and so we'll play the 1, of course. Take a guess at the turkey's hand, and it will guess the highest number 2 to 5 that has 2 unseen cards. Well, again, a 5 can be seen, but no 4. Okay, so are you holding a handmaid, TurkeyBot? No. TurkeyBot now has a handmaid. And so that will be the play. A little protection for the princess. This is actually pretty lucky for Hawkbot. I was thinking that that Baron was going to get him into trouble because Trickybot's holding the Princess, and Hawkbot is usually pretty quick to play the Baron, even with relatively low cards. So in this is the case. The 6-3 is Hawkbot thinks the king is high enough to play the 3, and so that's exactly what it will do. But the Trickybot has a handmaid in play, so actually the 3 doesn't do anything here, which is a good thing for Hawkbot because otherwise the Hawk would be knocked out here. Trickybot picks up a priest, and so we'll play it and take a look at Hawkbot's hand, which is the king. Well, now Hawkbot gets a little unlucky with this hand, the 6-5, because the programming says to play the 5, even though the 6 is compromised here, which is interesting. I've been thinking about it for a minute here, trying to think about why I did it like that, rather than have Hawkbot think about compromise. It does play the compromise 6 with a 6-2, but 6-3, 6-4, 6-5, it doesn't. I mean, the 6-3 makes sense because that initiates a showdown. The 6-4 makes sense because the 4 provides protection. But the 6-5, I'm not so sure of. I think it's because, oh yeah, now I see. It's because if a player knows your hand, with the prince, the Hawkbot will just throw its hand away. Okay, so that's why. So it'll play the prince and then just throw away its king. Okay, that's why. Okay, and I said kind of unlucky for the Hawkbot because playing the 5 and choosing the opponent would actually cause Hawkbot to win this round because Turkeybot's holding the princess. But playing the 5 and then choosing itself, gets rid of that compromised card, but doesn't get the easy win. Okay, so yeah, playing the prince. If a player knows your hand, choose yourself. And Turkeybot does know this hand. So the king is discarded and a new card is drawn. The turkey picks up a guard, so we'll play it. And we'll choose a random number 2 to 5 that has 2 unseen cards. Are there any of those left? There's a 5, 4, 3, a 2. Now, all of those can be seen at least once. So now just a random card that has 1 unseen card. All right, well, the princess can be seen, of course. The countess cannot. So the countess is a possibility. The king can be seen. Both princes can be seen. There's a handmaid out there, so that's a possibility. Both barons are gone, and there's a priest out there. Okay, so there's a priest, there's a handmaid, and the countess. So either the 2, the 4, or the 7. And Turkeybot will make a random roll on that. The roll is a 1. So Turkeybot will guess the lowest of those 3 cards, which is the 2. So Hawkbot, are you holding a 2? Nope. It was the middle card. Hawkbot now has a 2. And so with the 4-2, we'll play the 2 and have a peek at Turkeybot's hand, which of course is the princess, but it's probably too late now. There's only 1 card left in the deck. That information is probably not going to help. The last card is the countess, which will be played, of course. Doesn't do anything, but now it's showdown time, and Turkeybot wins. So Turkeybot was able to hold on to the princess for that entire round. That's pretty impressive. I was just thinking about it. Usually when I see the princess in my first hand, I'm not too happy. So I find it's hard to hang on to the princess through an entire round. Usually you get found out and eliminated. Okay, but anyway, Turkeybot managed to do it and got the token of affection for the last round. And starts this round with a 2-1. And so we'll play one of those randomly. The roll is a 1. So the lower card will be the play. And so it will choose a random number 2 to 5 that has 2 unseen cards. Okay, well, a 4 can be seen and a 2 can be seen. So it's between 3 and 5. So again, a random roll. The roll is 5, so the guess will be the higher card, which is the prince. And that's not correct. Hawkbot with a double guard, which is just great for Hawkbot. Get to play its favorite card. The 1. And so we'll guess the highest number 2 to 5. That is 2 unseen cards. That will be the 5. So Hawkbot will say, Turkeybot, I think you're the one holding the 5. But that's not correct. Turkeybot now with a 6-2. And of course, we'll play one randomly. So there'll be a roll for that. The roll is a 6. So Turkeybot will play the higher card, the king. And that means exchanging hands with Turkeybot. So it gets a guard in exchange for a priest. Hawkbot now with a 3-2. The 2 is compromised because Turkeybot and Hawkbot just traded hands. And 3-2 says if you know where the 1, if you know someone's holding a 1, play the 3, and that is the case. Hawkbot knows that Turkeybot's holding a 1 because Hawkbot just gave it with the king exchange. So Hawkbot would play the 3, even with the lowly 2, because it knows it cannot lose. And so Hawkbot wins the showdown. Hawkbot starts the next round with the 7-2, and so we'll play the 2. Have a look at Turkeybot's hand and sees a prince there. Turkeybot has the 5-4 now, and the 5 is compromised. So that will be the play. If you have a compromised card, play that, and that is the case here. So the prince will be the play. Turkeybot never selects itself with the prince, so Hawkbot is forced to discard and draw a new card. Hawkbot now with a 2-1, and so we'll play the 1. Of course, go hyper aggressive here. Don't bother to try to find out what your opponent's card is. Just go for it. Okay, so we'll select the highest number 2 to 5 that has 2 unseen cards. Well, the 5s can be seen. No 4s can be seen. So that's the highest number. That'll be the guess, and that means poor Turkeybot is out of the round. Hawkbot wins another one. The game is now tied 3-3. The Hawk starts the next round with the 5-1. And so we'll play its favorite card, of course, 1. And we'll choose the highest number 2 to 5 that has 2 unseen cards. Well, a 5 and a 4 can both be seen, so Turkeybot, are you holding a 3? No. Here's the next one. All right. Turkeybot now with a 6-2. The king is always a dangerous card for the turkey, I think, because it just, often we'll just play it randomly without really putting a lot of thought into what will happen. The king is generally a pretty dangerous card, in my opinion. Okay, to play. All right, so anyway, Turkeybot will choose randomly from these 2. And the roll is a 6, so the higher card will be the play. So Turkeybot plays the king and trades hands with Hawkbot. Gets a prince in exchange for the priest. Hawkbot now with a 3-2. And the 2 is compromised. But it doesn't matter. The play will be the 2 anyway. And so, Hawkbot gets to take a look at Turkeybot's hand, but already knows that it's a 5. Turkeybot finds the princess. So the compromised 5 won't be a problem. That will have to be the play. And Turkeybot will not choose itself, of course. So Hawkbot will have to discard its Baron and draw a new card. Hawkbot gets the double guard. We'll play one. And we'll choose the highest number 2 to 5 that has 2 unseen cards. Well, it looks like all of them can be seen at least once. There's a prince, handmaid up there, baron, priest. Okay. So we'll just go with the highest unseen card. Oh, that's bad news for Turkeybot, because the princess is the highest unseen card, and that's exactly Turkeybot's hand. Okay, Hawkbot wins another one and pulls ahead. So it's now 4-3. Hawkbot is ahead. So we might think, oh, the tide's turning in Hawkbot's favor. Hawkbot has won, I think, 3 in a row now. But what hand does the Hawk start out with this turn? Oh, no. The dreaded opening Baron Baron. Well, all things being equal, playing the Baron right out of the gate, you have pretty much a 50-50 shot of winning. Because like I've said before, there are 7 cards lower than the Baron and there are 7 cards higher. So it's really a 50-50 shot. But here, if we look at the flop, 2 priests are gone and 1 handmaid's gone. So there are actually only 5 cards lower than the 3. That's all of the guards. And 6 cards higher. 1 handmaid, 2 priests. Sorry, 1 handmaid, 2 princes. The king, the countess, and the princess. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 cards higher. So actually Hawkbot's not in a great position here. Slightly more likely to lose than win. So it's not 50-50. But anyway, Hawkbot is forced to initiate an immediate showdown. And so let's see. Can TurkeyBot beat the 3? No. Well, all right. Hawkbot gets a lucky break there and wins this round. Well, Hawkbot feels much better about this hand. The 7-3. So Hawkbot will play a 3 in this case. And here's the thing. The princess is in the flop. So actually Hawkbot can't even lose here. So a very lucky deal for Hawkbot. Okay, Hawkbot wins another one easily. So it's now 6-3. Hawkbot only needs to win 1 more to win this game and knock TurkeyBot out of the tournament. Will Hawkbot get another lucky deal? No, not really. All right. So Hawkbot starts with a 4-1, and so we'll play the 1 and just take a guess. We'll choose the highest number, 2-5, that has 2 unseen cards. Right now, no princes can be seen, so that will be the guess. Yeah, no princes can be seen, so that will be the guess. Oh! Okay, well, I guess Hawkbot did get lucky. The deal again that time. Okay, well, TurkeyBot's knocked out, and that means Hawkbot wins and takes this game. So TurkeyBot, sorry, you are now eliminated from the tournament. The final game will be the Dove versus the Hawk. So our tournament bracket now looks like this. TurkeyBot's been eliminated, and Hawkbot moves on to the final matchup. DoveBot versus Hawkbot. Okay, so it's the finals of the tournament. If DoveBot wins this, DoveBot wins the whole tournament. If Hawkbot wins, then they will play again, and the winner of that game will be declared the victor. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. The final game, probably. Hawkbot versus DoveBot. I thought, when I set up this game, I thought, well, maybe DoveBot should get to go first. Coming from the winner's bracket and all, maybe that should give DoveBot a little bit of an advantage. But then I thought, nah, it's always been randomly assigned for the rest of the tournament, so I don't see why we should change it now. So I did it randomly, and Hawkbot actually won the toss. So Hawkbot will go first, and starts with a 3-1. Obviously going to play the 1 in this case. So that will be the play. And we'll choose the highest number, 2-5, that is 2 unseen cards, which in this case is the 5. So, DoveBot, are you holding the prince? No. Okay. DoveBot starts off with a 6-1, and so of course we'll play the 1 in this case. Okay. And DoveBot plays 1s just like Hawkbot. So the highest number, 2-5, that is 2 unseen cards, which is the 5 again. So DoveBot says, I think you're the one holding the prince, Hawk. No. Well, Hawkbot gets an extremely lucky draw here. The old 8-3. Best hand possible. Play the Baron, immediate showdown, and cannot lose. Okay. Hawkbot wins the first token of affection. Hawkbot starts the next hand with the 7-1, and we'll play the 1 in this case, naturally. And so again, highest number 2 to 5 that has 2 unseen cards. That's the Prince again. So, Dovebot, are you holding a Prince? Oh, bad luck, Dovebot. All right, Hawkbot wins quickly this hand. So Hawkbot has 2 tokens of affection so far, and Dovebot has 0. And I think Hawkbot has just gotten really lucky draws so far. So will Hawkbot's luck hold out? Well, let's take a look at the first hand of this round. Wow. Yeah, Hawkbot's luck is holding out. The Princess Baron. Again. Well, okay. I mean, can't lose. So Hawkbot initiates the showdown and immediately wins again. And wasn't it against the king last time too? Who's shuffling these cards? Okay, Hawkbot starts with a 4-1 this time. At least it's not going to be such an easy win anyway this time. Okay, and we'll play the 1, of course. And that means guessing the highest card 2 to 5 with 2 unseen cards. There's no 5 that Hawkbot can see right now, so that'll be the guess. Are you holding a prince? No. Ooh, princess over there. Okay. Okay, well, maybe the tide has turned. Dovebot picks up the Baron Princess this time. Okay, and so, of course, wins automatically with that. All right, so Dovebot wins its first token of affection. Dovebot starts the next hand with the guard. Dovebot doesn't usually like to be so aggressive, but in this case has no choice. All right, highest number 2 to 5 with 2 unseen cards. A 5 can be seen up there, and a 3 and a 2, but no 4. Okay, so that'll be the guess. Hawkbot, are you holding a handmaid? No. Ooh, there's the princess again. Okay. Hawkbot now picks up a guard as well, so we'll play it. And also we'll say 4, because it goes with the highest number 2 to 5 that has 2 unseen cards, so it's in the same position as Dovebot last round. So we'll say 4, but of course that will be incorrect. Okay, this looks like bad news for the Hawk. Dovebot picks up a prince. So with the 5-1, Dovebot will end up playing the 5. It doesn't know who's holding 8, doesn't know anyone's number. So we'll play the 5. And Dovebot will only choose itself with the 5 if it's holding a 4 through 7 or a player knows its hand, which is not the case. So chooses Hawkbot to discard its hand, which of course is the princess, so the Hawk is eliminated. Dovebot now starts with a 4-1, and Dove's going to play its favorite card, of course, which is the 4. Most defensive card in the game because it cannot be targeted for the rest of the round. The Hawk starts with the princess and a priest. So the priest will be the play, but it won't do anything because of the handmaid. Dovebot now has the 3-1, and so of course we'll play the 1. 3 is a really bad play here. Okay, so with the 1, it'll look for the highest number 2 to 5 that is 2 unseen cards. There's no 5 showing for the Dove, so that'll be the choice. Hawkbot, are you holding a 5? No. Hawkbot gets a second chance with the priest. This time it actually will do something, since there's no handmaid in play this time. So Hawkbot gets a peek at Dovebot's hand. It sees the Baron. Dovebot has the 6-3, and the 3 is compromised because Hawkbot just looked at it. And in this case, Dovebot would want to play the 3, which, you know, Under normal circumstances, probably is a good play. 6 is a pretty high card, but not going to be high enough in this case. Okay, so Hawkbot wins this hand. Hawkbot starts the next hand with a 7-1, and so we'll play its favorite card, the 1. Okay, and that means choose the highest number 2 to 5 that has 2 unseen cards. Right now there's no 5s that the Hawk can see, so that'll be the choice. Are you holding 5, Dovebot? No. Dovebot has a priest guard, and that means play the priest. Take a look at Hawkbot's hand, and we'll see the countess over there. Okay. Hawkbot draws a priest. The countess is compromised because Dovebot just looked at it, and that means that Hawkbot will play the countess. It doesn't want to hold that. So that'll be the play, and that doesn't do anything. Dovebot draws its favorite card, the handmaid, and that will probably be the play. Yes, it will. It doesn't know Hawkbot's number anymore because it just played the countess, so the handmaid will be the play, and that gives some protection for the rest of the round. Hawkbot now has the Baron Priest, and so we'll want to play the priest in this case. It doesn't know where a 1 is, so it's not going to go with the Baron. We'll play the priest, but that won't do anything because of the handmaid. Dovebot gets another handmaid, so the play obviously will be the same as last time. Play the 4. Okay. So here's an interesting case. Hawkbot gets a 5-3. And wants to play the 3 in this case, thinking that the 5 is high enough to initiate a showdown. Its chances of winning are fairly good. Holding a 5, there's only 3 cards that can beat it. So it's a good time to initiate a showdown. But right now, you know, Dovebot is protected by the handmaid, so the Baron won't actually do anything. You know, so maybe it's not the best play. On the other hand, if Hawkbot plays the prince, then has to choose itself to discard its hand, so loses the Baron anyway. So, you know, either way, you know, maybe it's better to just hold a high card after all. So anyway, the Baron is the play, but that does nothing because of the handmaid. Dovebot also finds a prince, and will want to play that prince, I think. Yes, we'll play the prince. Dovebot likes to hold on to guards, you know, for protection. Okay, so it plays the prince. And will only choose itself if it's holding a 4 through 7 or a player knows its hand, which is not the case. So Hawkbot has to discard its hand and draw a new card. Hawkbot draws a 6-1, and it is the last card of the deck. And Hawkbot will want to play the 1, of course, in this case. Try to guess its opponent's card. Okay, so first of all, highest number 2 to 5 that has 2 unseen cards. Well, we can see a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2. Okay, so all those can be seen at least once. So the highest unseen card. Okay, well, the princess is up in the flop there. There's the countess. The king is in the Hawk's hand. There's one prince. There's the second prince. Okay, what about a handmaid? Both handmaids are gone. Both of the barons are gone. Both of the priests are gone. Oh, well. So that does it. Dovebot must be holding a guard, which, of course, you can't guess with a guard. So it doesn't matter what Hawkbot guesses here. There's no other card that the Dove could be holding but a guard. That means both Dovebot's hand and the buried card must be guards. Okay, anyway. So Hawkbot will just guess something. I don't know. Prince. Which will be wrong. Okay. But it doesn't much matter because now it's showdown time. And the Hawk wins. Okay, Hawkbot has 5 tokens of affection to Dovebot's 2. So Hawkbot clearly leading here. Only needs 2 more to win this game. Okay, starts this round with a king handmaid. So we'll play the Handmaid, an uncharacteristic move for the Hawk. But the Hawk likes to hold higher cards. So play the Handmaid, and that gives protection for the rest of the round. Dovebot now has a 7/1 Countess guard, and the Dovebot will play the Countess in this case. Again, Dovebot likes to keep lower cards, especially guards, because guards can't be guessed by other guards, so it provides some protection. The Hawk now has a 6/1, and so of course we'll play the 1. And we'll guess the highest card, 2 to 5, that has 2 unseen cards, as usual. So in this case, will be the 5. No 5s can be seen. So Dovebot, you holding the prince? No. Okay. Dovebot is now holding the double guard, and so has to be uncharacteristically aggressive. And chooses just like Hawkbot does, highest number 2 to 5 that has 2 unseen cards, which in this case is the 5 also. So Dovebot says, I think you're holding the prince, aren't you? No. Hawkbot draws the king prince. And I think this is, the more I play this game, I think this is the hardest hand to know what to do with. It's really tricky. Do you play the king and give the prince to someone else, or do you play the prince and make someone else discard their hand, or do you play the prince and discard your king? This is one of those hands that has multiple ways you could play it. Most of the hands in this game, can be played one way or maybe 2 ways. This one really kind of has 3 ways it could go. Play the king and swap hands with someone, or play the prince and make someone else discard their hand, or play the prince and discard your own hand. So it's kind of 3 different ways it could go. Anyway, let's see what the Hawk will do with 6/5. It will play the 5. Okay, play the 5. But now, choose yourself or your opponent. Well, it'll only choose itself if a player knows its hand, which is not the case. Dovebot doesn't know what card Hawkbot's holding. So, Dovebot is required to throw away its hand and draw a new card. All right. Dovebot now has a 5/4, and so will, of course, play its favorite card, the 4. All right, can't be targeted for the rest of the round. Hawkbot picks up a Baron to go with its fairly high card, so normally Hawkbot would be pretty pleased with that. But the Handmaid's in play, so not as good as it could be. All right, so the Hawk's going to play the 3, but it won't actually do anything. Dovebot draws the 5/1, and so we'll play the 5. All right, Dovebot loves to hang on to those guards. So we'll play the 5, and only chooses itself if it's holding a 4 through 7 or a player knows its hand, which is not the case. So it forces Hawkbot to discard its king and draw a new card. That is the last card in the deck. So there will be an immediate showdown, which is actually bad news for Dovebot, because it's the princess. Okay, so Hawkbot wins. Okay, well, Hawkbot has 6 tokens of affection. Dovebot only has 2. So Hawkbot only needs to win 1 more round to win this whole game. So what hand does Hawkbot start with for this round? The same hand again, King Prince. It's a tough hand to know what to do with. Okay. But anyway, the way Hawkbot plays it is play the 5. Okay, with the prince. And will only choose itself if a player knows its hand, which is not the case. So, Dovebot, you got to throw away your hand. Dovebot hates to see a handmaid go like that. But there you go. Dovebot has the princess and the prince. So, of course, must play the prince and can't choose itself. So, Hawkbot has to throw away that king and draw a new card. Hawkbot has a priest guard. So will the hawk play the priest and find out that the dove is holding the princess? Of course not. Hawkbot just goes aggressive and plays the guard. Just takes a guess at it. Doesn't want to wait around. All right. So it gets the highest number, 2 to 5. That is 2 unseen cards. Let's see. There's a 5, a 4, a 3. There's no 2s. No 2s can be seen right now. No, there is a 2 right there. Forgot about that. Hawkbot's holding a 2. Okay, well, then it looks like Hawkbot is going to go ahead and guess Princess anyway, because it's going to guess the highest unseen card, which of course is the Princess. So, all right, that's going to be it. Hawkbot's going to win this game, because it's going to say, Dovebot, you're holding the Princess, aren't you? And that is correct. Okay, so Dovebot wins this game. Or sorry, Hawkbot. Let me get that right. Hawkbot wins this game. But that's the first time Dovebot's been defeated this tournament. So that means that initiates the 7th game. Hawkbot and Dovebot will have to play again. And the winner of that game will be declared the victor of the entire tournament. Okay, but this video's gone on long enough, so I'm going to stop it here. And we'll have to see in the next video who is the ultimate victor of the tournament. Will it be the dove or will it be the hawk? Place your bets now. Okay. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time.